What's going on, guys? This is Grant Radikovich,
Tash here.
and this is Indie B&B. Today we talk to Febian Perez of Glass Eye out in California. Really excited about his new album coming out soon. Check him out. Roll the tape.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Indie B&B. We're joined today by Febian Perez of the band Glass Eye. Fabian, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great today. Finally got to listen to some of your music, and we're become fans of yours, man. And
Thank you.
what kind of put this band together? Is this a solo project?
Yeah, it started off as a solo project a couple of years back, and I moved to LA recently and just getting a live band set up together now. But it's been a solo project for a couple of years now, and yeah, it's been fun doing it that way. But I'm trying to get it more organic thing going on now.
What were you doing before Glass Eye? Were you in bands?
Yeah, studio engineer as well. I was living in Oregon for a while, running a studio out there, and then been just bouncing all over the country, touring and being in a few bands, and just doing this for a long time. Yeah.
So you're just a career musician, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Quite a few years. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that you're an engineer, music engineer, because I can, from the sneak peek you gave us of your new album that's coming out, I could just hear that you sound like you're probably a big pedal guy and super into that side. So what's a rig look like for you on the guitar side?
Oh man. I mean, this depends, the studio rig is so, that's where you really get to explore everything to me. And I try to approach it in a way I worry about the live situation later. So I go into the studio and I'm really just embracing what I can do there. And I like to work at studios that have a lot of amps and a lot of pedals, because I like to get a lot of my sound from the amp itself, my reverbs from the room if I can. But, pedals, it's just so many, man. Like H9 Eventide is one I go to quite a few times because it has such a cool selection of different presets you could just really fuck with. I use the whammy a lot in my sound. I've been using it for 5-6 years, and I use it just for an octave boost and harmonic doubling.
Yeah.
Like Marshall JCMs and oranges, rocker verbs, Voxes, just overdriving it 5-6 amps on in different rooms and just miking all of them, just blending the sound that way. The same with my bass sound. I try to get the natural overdrive of the amp as much as possible, but I use a lot of fuzzes as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you seem like you really, and from looking at your Instagram page, I could see you seem like you love the fuzz pedal.
Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, I love everything. My live rig though, it's not at all what I would you would expect. I mean, I use 3 or 4 pedals. I keep it really minimalistic. I go for the amp sound, whether I'm stereo amping or just using one amp. But the amp gain, the amp cleans, the amp crunches, whatever I can get the amp to sound really good at, I keep it that way. And I dynamically play by messing with my volume pedals and stuff, but mostly just a really solid reverb unit, my whammy, and some delays. And then I just try to keep it really pure live.
I got you. And so with this new album coming out, you did everything, drums, vocals, guitar was all you, or did you have people come in and help you make the album?
Yeah, I mean, I had some people come in for sure. Yeah. That album was done over about a year in Portland, Oregon, and then also in a few other cities and states here and there. But everything was written by me with the help of a few friends. One of them who lives in New York right now, he played all the leads on that album. He was he's my longtime collaborator, and he's been working on a lot of my new music that's coming out and my most recent releases as well. His name is Chad Van Dyke. He lives in Brooklyn, really cool guy. And then the drums a lot of them were written using MIDI programming, just kind of mapping it out. I'm not a drummer though, so I don't play drums, but I can write the basic idea, and then I would hire session players to kind of come in and fill the gaps. And a lot of them were just friends,
Yeah.
A lot of different drummers on that album basically. And and subsequent albums and, releases. Just a lot of different guys, because the drumming is really where the root of the song comes from me, where the passion, energy. So not every drummer is going to work on every song. I got to kind of like mix and match.
It's almost like the drummer's a different instrument for you, depending on who it is.
It's the most important one to me. Yeah. It's what inspires me to write a song a certain way, a certain vibe, the way they hit it, the way they don't hit it, the way they kind of vibe out with it. That's just like really determines the song for me.
Yeah. I noticed, I was watching, I know y'all haven't released the LP yet, but I found the music video for Husk online, and I love how that, it's the acoustic, and then you just build it up. So I love songs that build up to the end. And you can really hear how the drums change that whole song there at the end.
Yeah, that one's really fun to make. Yeah.
So who's some of your biggest influences musically?
Oh man, there's so many. So I grew up in the Bronx, New York, and I grew up listening to like a lot of hip hop. I'm Puerto Rican, so a lot of salsa music, a lot of Hispanic music and shit like that. A lot of 80s music from my brother. And then he got me into like heavier music, like System of a Down and Deftones at a time in my life where that really inspired me musically. So like, I hate to say it, because it has like a stigma, but like a lot of nu metal really, inspired me for, you can't get it off your back. But, taking what you like about nu metal, which is like those heavy, deep riffs with that hip hop accentuation is what I really like. I don't like a lot of it, but I like, that aspect. And then as I got older, like psychedelic rock definitely influenced me a little bit, Queens of the Stone Age. I like the desert metal stuff, I like stoner rock, but I also like, modern rock, Led Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, So I listen to a lot. Like my Spotify playlist is like all over the place,
Yeah.
Toro y Moi over here. And then you have like Nine Inch Nails, King Crimson, you have classical music, French rappers. I just listen to all this type of stuff, and whatever I'm feeling is inspiring me kind of bleeds into my music. And thing about Glass Eye is that I'm not afraid to kind of be aware of that and put out what I feel I'm like vibing with at the time, whether it's like reggae or rap or whatever, it's not going to be just like this one sound for this project. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I like that you're getting into nu metal, and I think that people always, it has that stigma just because of Fred Durst and just that is like Limp Bizkit and everything, but like nu metal is such a different, it has System of the Down and all those great bands that are really at the core of it, and it gets a bad rap because of people think it all sounds the same because Linkin Park or this or that, but like it really is a different kind of energy within putting rap and rock together and infusing it in the right ways. I think that I love System of the Down.
Yeah, it was super revolutionary, like in its own way, right?
Yeah,
it's not following the blues scale quite often. It's this dark, heavy, sinister, but like in the pocket music, and you could take that in so many different directions. With industrial metal, from like that direction to like a band like Death Grips, which has like some of those nu metal influences in it a little bit, but not really. But it's still it's all fresh. It's like urban. It's really good. It feels like the city made that stuff. You know?
It feels like it was made in like a nice factory of some kind, and you're just like, all right, like, kind of grimy, and you got the riffs going and everything.
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah, you could definitely feel like the LA sunset, in 1992, whenever these songs are written, like these guys sitting on their fucking porch listening to hip hop and then metal. And it's like, yeah, it's fucking great. It's cool. Yeah. It is what it is. And it was a great time for sure. Yeah. But, there's so much good music coming out. So like, you always have to keep your ears to the ground.
Yeah. You mentioned Deftones, that's one of the bands that, I always think about, like, I always want to ask people who like them, cause I love them. And I'm like, what is it they make? Because to me, it's they paint pictures with their music. It's like a soundscape of some kind. But like I always like to hear what other people think about the Deftones, and I don't know where to begin with them. But what would you say that what kind of music do they make? What is it that you like about them?
Yeah, I guess you made a really good point there. To me, it's like the Deftones is literally poetry in motion. And the sensation of these poetic, colorful lyrics that are really, I think, well thought out, and they're really relatable to a lot of us. even though a lot of them are metaphorical and symbolic and yet very cryptic, I feel like you can get to the core of what he's trying to say, and it vibes so well with the music. It's almost his own instrument. You know, it's the poetry is coming through, and it's really rhythmic with everything pounding against you. And I think when I hear Deftones, I think of it as a true expression of a modern approach to you know, how an artist was in, you know, the Renaissance periods or the early classical periods. This is a Hispanic dude who is like going through his own experiences and his own life and like whatever shit he went through in his, you know, upbringing. I mean, but he's still translating these, you know, true human emotions in such a relatable way. And it's just like every now and then you get bands like that, like artists like that. And like, I don't think that's ever going to go away, really. And I think that's the hope for all of us who create, to kind of be able to really convey these relatable yet intrinsically unique experiences in a way to everybody else. And that's what they do for me, but also it's just like musically, it's just so dynamic with them. It's not just this heavy sound, you know, when they do that, it's a fucking assault though. It's like just a wall of guitars pounding in your brain.
Swerve City, man. I can just hear.
Yeah, Swerve City. Yeah, for example, yeah. But then, like, still in that song, there's dynamics, and a lot of rock bands that do, you know, exceed the expectations of, you know, commercial success and mainstream success have dynamics, and dynamics can mean a lot of different things. But Deftones definitely have dynamics. They're not just this. They're all over the place, hills and valleys. And not everything works for everybody, but for me, that's what's impressive about them and a lot of my favorite artists, the ability to warp yourself into what you want to make, and you're making it for yourself. And that's what they do, it feels like. They make it for themselves. Yeah. And that's what I like about them. Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool.
So what can you know, what can our listeners expect from your new album coming out?
So it's our debut album. It's coming out. Let me check really quick. I don't know the exact date. It's coming out on June 10th, 2021. But the pre-orders are coming up this month. It's we're gonna do 1,000 vinyls. We just signed on with like a new startup label, putting out 1,000 vinyls, 4 different color types, variants: splatter, pink, white, and like a dark purple, I believe. Full merch spread with them as well. And then that's going to be coming out on June 10th, 2021. And with that album, it's kind of an introductory to what we're doing musically. It's the first thing to be put out, you know, physically by this project. It captures what I was going through and listening to at the time really well. It's a concept piece, and from A to Z, it flows. Ideally, in my mind, it does. But, you know, to the listener, they'll have to decide. And it deals with a lot of different things that I think are relatable. But again, you know, like Deftones does, crypticism and symbolic and metaphors are definitely highly filled in that album. It's heavy, it's pretty, it's sweet, it's dark, you know, it's all over the place. Yeah, I'm excited to put that one out. And that one's called Somewhere Nowhere. So that should be out this year. But I am also releasing singles as well, unrelated to that album. And then I have other stuff in the works as well.
Yeah. So any plans? I know nobody knows the future, but do y'all have any plans for touring once that album comes out?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's what the goal is for sure. I mean, we rehearse a lot. So, you know, we're not taking a break or anything like that. You know, we practice, you know, safety, you know, precautions, but we rehearse quite a bit, and we are constantly writing new music as well. You know, we're doing music videos all the time. We have a couple that already just wrapped up recently. So we're working all the time with the idea to just hit the road whenever shows happen and whenever it's safe to, and just like really go hard. And like,
yes, sounds like it'll be a hell of a concert, just with the sound that you make. And you seem like such a, you know, from seeing some of your videos, you seem like a very creative guy. I imagine y'all will have a pretty badass light show going along with y'all's concerts. Is that something people can expect?
Yeah, I mean, to me, a concert, it's our job as an entertainer to really, you know, pull the stops, even if we're playing to 10 people, which is not unrealistic, you know, for a newer band. But to me, it's irrelevant. It's our job as an entertainer to really put on a great show, whether that's relying on lights or fog or haze. To me, it's going to be all well planned out, ideally. and rehearsed. But I'm used to using lights. I think lights can be really powerful, depending how they're set up. I like watching before COVID happened. I used to like going to post-rock shows quite often, just to be immersed in that whole experience of like these smaller bands, but they would tour with these crazy light rigs, all programmed and well rehearsed and timed out, and they would come on the stage with haze, and it was just so badass. Even though there was like 5 of us in the audience, they fucking gave a shit, and like I'd buy their albums and their shirts. And some of those bands are doing well now, and I think that's the mentality that a lot of new bands have to kind of go into it with. So yeah, we would definitely be hitting it hard from all aspects if it works for that sound. But you know, first and foremost, just making sure it sounds really good.
Yeah, the music comes first, but I agree with you. I think newer bands should, you know, and I know a lot of it has to do with financial constraints, but you should try your hardest to make it seem like you're on a world stadium tour somewhere, even if you are just playing in a bar, you know, at midnight in front of 10 people.
I think also though, it's really important for the band to be themselves. And because the bands are extensions of the people that are in the, you know, they're playing the music. So yeah, I don't like posturing or, you know, faux representation of who I am as an artist. When I'm on stage, it's an amalgamation of who I am. It's a different character in a sense, but it's important for all of us to be true. So I think lighting is fucking sick. So I'm going to use lighting, you know?
Yeah.
I think fog is really fucking cool, and I'm going to use a lot of fog, you know? It's going to come out in bursts. It's going to be awesome, spooky, dark, you know? That's what I like. So, and I'm sure you guys like the same shit. So it's cool. So, you know, I think it's important for sure.
Okay. So before we get to Grant's party pack of questions, where did the name Glass Eye come from?
Yeah, the Glass Eye name, there's a lot of different things like with that. Like it comes from like a dream basically that I have. It's like a reoccurring dream. I don't want to get too in depth with it, but I'm surrounded in a room by these eyes basically. And they're made out of glass, or some of them are made out of gold. And I've just been having it since I was like 9. And it's just a bizarre dream. You know, it's like almost cryptic, like future prophecy shit. Like when you have a dream and it's like it's telling you all this crazy shit, then you wake up and it's like, I don't know, I don't remember any of it. But you remember like the visual elements of like just these eyes. And then I've had a roommate about 1.5 years ago that had a glass eye, and it just was like, oh, that's cool, you know?
Yeah.
And it just kind of connected and clicked. I think it's just really evocative name. It's striking, and I like striking imagery. And to me, it's something that matters a lot to my identity to be associated with these eyes. So I wanted to make my moniker, you know, based off of that somehow. But yeah, I don't know. It's a hard question to answer. It's like 5 different reasons, really.
Yeah, that's badass though. And I think it's something I read that, you know, the band Jet back in the day, one of the reasons they picked that name was because they knew it would be bigger on like festival posters. And I feel like Glass Eye would be something that would really kind of catch your eye, you know, not to sound redundant, but literally catch your eye when you look at like a festival poster or even just a single concert poster. So
I think also too, it's just so easy to say.
Yeah,
you know,
it's memorable.
Yeah, I went through a few band names before that were just like they look really cool on paper, and then I try to say it into the mic, you know, after a show, and it's just people don't get it. You know, you can't understand the mic. So, you know, I agree with you for sure. It's like it's marketably something that you can just like see, and it's like, oh, that makes sense, and it's memorable. Ideally, that's the hope, right? With band names. So
yeah. So we ready for the Pete Peterson party pack of questions?
All right, here we go.
Pete
Peterson's party pack of questions here.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna throw it down. First one: cash or credit?
Man, that's a hard one. Definitely credit.
Paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic? Plastic.
Last song you sang in the shower?
Deftones, My Own Summer.
PBR or Bud Light?
Well, they both taste like shit. PBR.
Donuts or bagels?
Donuts. Donut holes.
Favorite candy?
Favorite candy? All of them. I mean, I love chocolate, so But if I had to pick, Crunch Bar.
Crunch Bar. Like
Yeah.
it. Coldest temperature you've been in recently?
Oh, recently. 70 degrees.
70 degrees. Out California, baby.
Yeah. You can. I mean, same for you. Look at you're on the beach right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm on COVID Island.
It's
right
really
now.
windy over there too. Be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to put a coat on.
Yeah.
All right. Bigfoot, is he real or not?
Yes, obviously. Most
Bigfoot's
definitely.
real. All right. Your favorite
100%.
type of pie?
Chocolate pecan. Yeah.
All right. Best
Yeah.
live show you've been to?
Best live show I've ever been to was in Edinburgh. I saw this band while on acid. They were like a medieval punk band, and they were doing sacrifices on stage, like fake ones. I was only there for a few days, and it was really bizarre, and it never left my mind.
That sounds insane.
Yeah, it was
Oh
really
my
cool.
God.
Yeah, it was really fucked up.
Dogs or cats?
Both. Yeah.
Both. All right.
Yeah,
Is it
got them
pronounced-
both.
Is it pronounced caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
Caramel. All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of soup?
Hungarian mushroom.
Hungarian mushroom. That sounds
Yeah.
pretty good. Dang.
It's
I've
really
never-
good.
All right. The best job you've had outside of music?
Working at I worked at a store where we sold your stuff on eBay.
Oh my gosh! Like in that movie.
Yeah.
Like 40-year-old version.
It was a real store. It was so easy. The
Dude.
guy paid cash every week. It was great.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Your favorite artist that Tash or I might not know about? Somebody
Say that one
local.
more time.
Your favorite artist that Tash or I might not know about, possibly somebody local. Who you really vibing on lately?
Okay. Okay, I got you. Who I'm vibing with lately?
Or just someone we should be listening to that maybe we're not listening to.
Yeah, like a local artist. Man, there's a few for sure in LA. There's so many. I'm friends with this guy. He's in a band called Babe Ruthless. It's really cool psychedelic rock, high energy stuff. He's super talented. Yeah, that's basically. It's hard to tell without shows, man. That's kind of how I find my new jams. But I've been listening to like recently, like a lot of this one band from the UK called Wooze, WOOZE. They're definitely like on my top playlist right now. They're super, super great. You might like them. I don't know. Check them out.
Woos and Babe Ruthless. We'll check them out.
All right, we'll check them.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. What was your first car?
A Ford Mustang.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was an old one.
That's it. Those are even better. Your first crush.
First crush.
What was her name?
Oh man, I remember this. It was in first grade. Her name was Kathleen.
Kathleen.
I used to try to woo her by I learned how to roller skate, and I would roller skate past her doing moves.
Did it work?
I don't think so. No. I got injured. Yeah.
All right, but then you picked up a guitar and he was shredding. So I mean,
Yeah. Thankfully, yeah.
All right, favorite concert tee that you own?
Favorite concert tee that I own.
I feel like that medieval band from Edinburgh probably had some pretty sweet
I don't
concert
think
tees.
I bought anything from those guys. Unfortunately, I don't think they had anything. I don't remember much about that night. Shit. Definitely probably Tool. I saw them live in New York City at Gov Ball, whatever it's called. I have one of their shirts in my closet, but that was such an amazing experience. It was transcendent, dude. They were so hot. Yeah, it was great.
All right, blue cheese or ranch?
Like as a dressing?
Blue
cheese, yeah.
With your buffalo wings, yeah.
Yeah, blue cheese, yeah.
Blue cheese?
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
All right, and the final, Pete Peterson's Party Packers
I'm
question.
Let's go, Pete.
Red chili or white chili?
Honestly, I don't know the difference. What's white chili?
White chili is made with different kind of beans than red chili. Dude, that's not a great question. We're gonna end with a different one.
Is white chili white and red chili is red?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, every chili I've ever seen has been like dark brown.
Oh, okay.
So what chili is that? Is that
I guess that's red chili.
That's red chili, I guess.
Yeah, I'm into that one. I like both. Screw it up.
Ketchup or mustard? How about that?
Ketchup or mustard. Sriracha. No, ketchup. Wait, no, mustard. Dijon. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dijon mustard.
Spicier the better, obviously. Yeah.
There we go. Well, that was the Pete
Speed
Peterson
round. I'm ready.
Yeah, speed bound. Yeah, Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. We appreciate your.
That was great.
Yeah. So June, we got the new album Somewhere Nowhere coming out. Fabian, is there anything else you want our listeners to know about?
I mean, yeah, just, thank you for having me, all. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned. We're having pre-orders later this month, and check out those bands I, suggested. They're fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm just happy to talk to you guys. It's been fun.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you back on, and hopefully you can get through Atlanta and we can come to one of your shows.
Most definitely. Yeah. We'll drink some PBR.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, Fabian.
So much.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, fellas.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.